Okay, look, Commander, I'm doing the thing. The avalanche of passive-aggressive post-it notes can stop now, okay? Okay, so, it seems that our contract with Goddard Futuristics requires me to act as a goodwill ambassador to the American public school system. Unsolicited advice, kids, always read the fine print. Anyway, I have some questions here from third graders across this great land of ours, from sea to shining sea. Hey, kids! This is Communications Officer Rifle. I'm talking to you from a distant hellhole, better known as the USS Hephaestus. Currently, I'm orbiting a star called Wolf 359. None of that is as exciting as it sounds. Right, let's get to it. You guys got questions? I got some answers. So, Stephanie from Missouri wants to know if I still talk to my family. I will not dignify such an idiotic question with a response. Okay, Francisco from New York City wants to know if spacesuits are itchy. Great question, Francisco! Stephanie, take notes. You know those really itchy Christmas sweaters, that your grandma knits for you? Okay, imagine if one of those had babies with a cactus. And now imagine that if you took off this awful cactus sweater, you would immediately die a horrible, painful death. That's why I stay indoors. Ruby from Wisconsin wants to know if I miss pizza. Well, Ruby, not Wisconsin pizza. I kid. If there's one thing I miss, it's pizza. Thank God you asked me that question. I have not had a chance to express to another human being my intense feelings for pizza. Like I'm a chocoholic, but for pizza, it would be inappropriate for me to share with a third grader what I would do for a slice of pineapple and ham. But I promise, it's very, very degrading. Phil from Connecticut asks, what do you do when you get sick in space? Well, Phil, you'd think I'd go see our doctor, but in my case, he's probably the one who got me sick in the first place. Instead, I've developed some intergalactic home remedies. Top tip, if you water down rubbing alcohol, it is not completely unlike chicken noodle soup. No, that's a dumb question. No, not that one. Oh! Here we go. Isabel from California asks, how do you go to the bathroom in space? Well, if you really want to know, so you know how there's no gravity up here and everything floats? Well, the same goes for number 1 and number 2. You might be thinking that's hilarious. Lord knows I did, the first day. But mark my words, particle matter in space is your worst nightmare's worst nightmare. Picture a vacuum cleaner. Now picture your butt. That should give you a pretty good idea of where this is going. But just in case, first off, you and then just when you think you're done, that's when things get interesting. Because what you gotta do is you gotta and that is how you shit in space. Let's see. Brian from Alaska asks, if you cry in space, what happens to the tears? I'm not gonna pretend that I'm not well versed in this situation. Here in space, your tears don't fall. Instead, they form this liquid snowball that clings to your eye socket. And it gets bigger and bigger, and there is a slight risk of drowning. Unfortunately, the mandatory morale-boosting events tend to cause more tears than they prevent. Time's running short, and most of the other questions aren't worth my time, so consider yourselves ambassador, children of America. This is Doug Eiffel from the comms room of the Hephaestus station, signing off.